friends, welcome to another video. Today's review is King of Greed by Ana Huang. It is the third book in the, what is this series called? Kings of Sin. The Kings of Sin series. It says it right there in the top corner. I'm just blind. I like this one with the gold rose. It's very pretty. They all have that white and gold covering. I don't have the whole series here because I borrowed this from my library. I totally suggest you guys make use of your libraries. It's great, especially if you're not sure if you're going to love a series. You can just get the first one, check it out first. So I will read the back for you. Hi, Levi. Alright. He had her, he lost her, and he'll do anything to win her back. Powerful, brilliant, and ambitious, Dominic Davenport clawed his way up from nothing to become the king of Wall Street. He has everything: a beautiful home, a beautiful wife, and more money than he could spend in a lifetime. But no matter how much he accumulates, he's never satisfied. In his endless quest for more, he drives away the only person who saw him as enough. It isn't until she's gone that he realizes there may be more to life than riches and glory, but by then it may be too late. Kind, intelligent, and thoughtful, Alessandra Davenport has played the role of trophy wife for years. She stood by her husband while he built an empire, but now that they've reached the top, she realizes he's no longer the man she fell for. When it becomes clear that she'll always come second to his work, she finally takes charge of her life and puts herself first, even if it means leaving the only man she ever loved. But what she didn't count on was his refusal to let her go, or for him to fight for the marriage no matter what it takes. So all the characters from the first two books, and I'll put the links in the description box below for the first two books. Obviously the main characters are Alessandra and Dominic, and then their friends Isabella, Kai, Dante, Vivian, Sloane. Alessandra's brother Marcello and her mom make an appearance as well. Marcello a little bit more, and Dominic's brother, I should say, is his brother. It's Roman, the only man he considers his brother. Dominic started in foster home, so Roman's technically his foster brother, but he actually considers him like a brother. Like that's the kind of relationship they had. And when he says he started from the bottom, he really did. Like I said, he started in a foster home. He's dyslexic, and he worked really hard to build himself up, and he basically lost sight of what was important to him, thinking that the money and the status and everything would make Alessandra happy. Obviously, men are stupid and don't know what they want. The chapters are in first person, and they jump back between Alessandra and Dominic. And it's actually a really... Okay, first off, it's spicy. There is... I'd 3 out of 5 peppers. Definitely 18 plus. Yeah, it's a good and realistic story about breaking up, divorce, because you need to be better for yourself, not because you don't love the other person. Alessandra and Dominic never ever stop loving each other in the book at all, and I'm not saying this stuff isn't really spoilers, because it says right on the back that that's what happens, is they get divorced, and it's him fighting for her to show that he absolutely, truly does love her, and he didn't realize how he was making her feel. There is some more into it than that. Like, there is other things involved in the plot. Some stuff for Alessandra getting her life back together, how she wants it to be, how they make it work with her being more independent, and still making it work with Dominic. Some stuff going on with Dominic's brother Roman. A little bit of I don't want to call it political. Bad business, problems in the business world that's in Dominic's world. I don't know how to say it any other way, but I don't want to add any spoilers. Good descriptions. I like that with the first one. It was more about fashion and stuff, and Anna got really Anna got really into detail with like clothing and whatnot, and she still does the same thing with this one, but not as much as she did with the first one. It's still really descriptive, really unique. Well, see, I've never read a book like that. I'm not really. It's not my usual genre. Like, I usually read fantasy. What? And while this is fiction, it is real life fiction, not fantasy fiction. But it's still good. Don't get me wrong. I still like that kind of stuff. Definitely no dragons, because it is not in fantasy world. You definitely see good character development and change. The pace is kind of medium overall. I wouldn't call it a fast-paced book. It's not meant to be a fast-paced. Not a lot of action or anything like that. It's a slow changes going on, right? Because they're trying to figure themselves out. You are absolutely nuts. They're still kittens, so they're a little bit crazy here. He's knocking shit over. What is your problem? You want up on my shoulder? I mean, the overall plot, the main plot about their relationship is kind of predictable, but besides that, there wasn't a whole bunch that I found overly predictable about what was going to happen. He's such a sook bag. I didn't really, no, I didn't really see any twists. The thing that happens with his brother, they give you hints and vibes about that stuff, so I didn't really feel like that was a surprise to me. You know they're going to throw in some sort of twist at the end, right? Didn't give me any strong emotions. I don't really care for stories where there's breakups and they're trying to win the guys, either one, the guy or the girl's trying to prove their love. That's not really my thing, but I knew that was part of the book before I started it, so I was prepared for that. But if it happens on a surprise, like the people break up and then get back together, I don't like that. That's not the point. But that was the point of this story, so it's understandable and part of the story. It makes sense. I hate when that's thrown in as a twist in the book, but that wasn't a twist in this book. That was the point. Didn't really give me strong emotions. I can compare it to other Anna Huang books or other realist romance books. I've never read another book about divorce before, but like I said, that's not my usual thing. So it's hard to compare it to. I did like this book for sure, but it's definitely not a reread for me at all. I would give it a solid 3 out of 5 stars. Good book. I will say that the writing is excellent. The characters are very likable and relatable. I'm gonna bump it up to 4 stars just for that, for the relatableness, and like, if you're going through problems in your relationship, you could actually learn something from this book about personal growth. So I think that in itself would bump it up to a 4 star. I didn't find it as a page turner, and nothing really stood out in the plot, but I can see other people absolutely loving this book, especially if you love Anna Huang. I loved the other books I read by her, and I'll probably check out some of her other series in the future, but like I said, I will not be rereading. I do not want to own it, but I enjoyed it. It made it worthwhile. King of Greed, book 3 in the Kings of Sin series. There is another one about her other friend, because we've already seen Vivian and Isabella's story, so there's one more for Sloane. I don't know if it's out yet. I'm unsure if I'm going to read it or not. Maybe in a while. I need something to change my... Don't eat my hair. I need a different story. I can't do another realist romance. I need to go back to some adventure fantasy first, or something like that. But yeah, check it out. definitely different. For me, excellent writing. I would definitely recommend Ana Huang to anybody. Yeah, sort of ending this one not so direct. I hope you guys like that review, and I'll please like and subscribe and check out my other videos when I post them. Have an absolutely wonderful day.